Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Um, have you ever been involved in a game, team sports, where your team won, but you didn't deserve to win? Did you feel like it was not? You didn't feel good about it? It happened to me when I won or we won, and we knew the referee was on our side, so therefore we won. You feel like you lost, you feel embarrassed. But in the same team, I have a lot of people, teammates, that celebrating and did not see that at all. It did not hurt them at all. Well, sometimes that's the feeling I get when I understand that Biden represents me and through the United States being the president. I feel that it hurts me because I think it's unfair. And that unfairness, be it statement or action, physical action or anything like that, it's like it hurts me because I identify with, I'm a citizen of the United States of America. I love this country. And I see this guy embarrassing us. Embarrassing us. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the United States, which is a great country, strong country, could be the light, the motor, the engine of this world. And instead, it seems to turn into a power of tyranny, global tyranny. It uses certain behaviors that you would attribute to a tyrant. Blackmail, threats, regime change, invasion, bombardment, and all that. No, I'm part of this team. It's true, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I don't want to hear that argument. Well, you don't like it, you leave it. No, because that's not the way you fight evil. That's not the way you fight something that is wrong. You get engaged and you try to win. You try to make it good. And if you see something that is wrong, you try to turn it into good. You try to, otherwise you're a coward. So I'm not going to go anywhere. And this is what I'm talking about in this article. This article comes from, I don't even know, The Hill. And it's from, I celebrated with some friends a few, not minutes ago, but more than minutes ago. And I just had some fun, too much fun maybe. So if I'm slurring some words, you know that's the reason why. So this is from 26th of April 2023. Biden warns North Korea nuclear attack on US or its allies would result in end of regime. Well, that sounds good it sounds logical if we wouldn't be there. So I can say, yeah, man, I don't give a damn. Them up. I can do that. We're gonna win anyway. But I can't be like that. I can't ignore the fact that this country, because those guys decided, is involved in each and every situation where war can occur on this planet. I'm not talking about Tutsis and Lutsis and Yemen and bullshit. I'm talking about real stuff. Iran, Russia, China. That's enough. So I don't like being on this side, but I have to, because these guys hijacked what we are in. They hijacked it. And this guy is telling the woodchuck, which I have no sympathy for or any hatred or admiration. The only thing that I have positive for that thing is they are independent the way they are. And that's the problem. You can't be independent. And this is what hurts me here. They do not allow anybody to be independent or have its own course, good or bad, on their side over there. That's their country. So he threatens Biden like we're the victims and our allies, somehow we're the victims. If you dare to launch an attack, nuclear attack on us or on our allies, which is Japan or South Korea, then we will end the regime. What does it mean? Are you going to hit only the, 50 people over there in charge? Or are you going to blow up the whole nation of Koreans? I'm not going to call them North Koreans, South Koreans. Okay? Is that what you're going to do? If this North Korea would be, we were just minding our business home, making love, cooking food, going hunting, raising children, and inventing stuff in our territory here, and all of a sudden that guy comes over and says, you know what, give me your wife, give me your kids, give me your land, we're gonna fuck you up. Then yes, that what Biden said would be 100% would gain my support. But it's not like that. Instead of doing what I said, we go thousands of miles across the open seas, the Pacific Ocean. We go in the guy's neighborhood, and we are the guys going over there and doing exactly what I said I would defend these guys against. We go over there and supposedly we defend the South Koreans and the Japanese people against this guy and the other guy. And we do all kind of drills. We bring over there nuclear armed submarine, I just read today. And now we threaten them, if you dare to, I would say, respond. Oh, no, you don't respond. You attack. Then I'm going to retaliate. Well, I can't be an idiot and say that's the reality. The reality is not so. These guys brought the military over there. He didn't bring the military here. So in the first place, let's start with that. However you want to turn it, we're going to defend our allies. Why are they your allies and this guy is your enemy? Let's start with that one. And you're going to find the same religious dogmatic answer, because he is a bad dude and we are the good dudes. But we dropped 2 atomic bombs, but we are the good dudes. We invaded countries, we're the good dudes. We change regimes, we're good dudes. How? We dictate Europe's foreign policy, we're the good dudes. We have a military everywhere on this planet, we're the good dudes. Russia is an imperialistic country, but we're the good dudes that have 740 military installations and personnel all around this globe. But we're the good dudes somehow. I'm not saying we're not good. I'm saying that we have bad stuff as well. And to point out all the times at the other ones, and let's say the woodchuck, wakes up in the morning and let's do it. And they do it. What's gonna happen? We all are supposed to believe that he's just a crazy guy who just decided to destroy our allies, just because he woke up. Remember, the woodchuck would not destroy the United States of America. He's gonna hit over there. And again, we intervene with those guys' territories. The same as in Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting Russia with us very far away, as I told you many times, with a tiger lion trainer in a circus. It has 2 things. One is a very long pole, and the other one is a long whip. This is NATO, this is the European Union. That's what it is. And it fights this and that and pokes, hits. And if that tiger jumps, it's going to eat the pole, it's going to attack the whip, but it's not going to attack the tamer, the trainer. So if you see United States plays always with someone else's. In the Middle East, it's far away. Iran cannot hit United States. Again, pam. Fights with, maybe together with Israel, far away. In Europe, Ukraine fights Russia, far away. Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, far away. Don't you see it's a pattern? But hey, we're the strongest guys, somehow. We are the strongest, I have to admit. I don't think by far, but we are. But we are the richest, with the biggest, we have the biggest, national debt. No, but anyway, we're the best ones. We are, but we're going down, and it shows. There are other countries who behave better at this point than we are, and that's very sad. I don't want to win as a weasel, as I told you at the beginning of this. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna bombard the whatever is the woodchuck? Okay. Are you gonna just kill him, or are you gonna kill civilians? If you think that the United States will just take out the regime, as this idiot Biden says, I don't know what to tell you. That's an impossibility. Oh, we're going to do it surgically. Forget about it. Surgically, we bombed with smart bombs the Chinese embassy in Belgrade in 1999. And many other oops collateral damage. How are you going to destroy the regime? With nuclear weapons? Strategically, just you're going to blow them up. I don't know. I don't. I will have to, because I'm a US citizen and I love this country, I'm part of it. I will have to identify with this crime. As some people, I have to, however you want to have whenever you want to have a conversation with someone, you will always be pointed that, hey, you are the only country on this planet who are ruthless enough and bad enough to drop 2 atomic bombs on 2 civilian cities. And what are you going to say? It was not me? Well, if it was not you, then I don't want to hear any conversation about any reparations. So yeah, they say, oh, it was you. Well, it was the country that you are a citizen of. You say, well, that was then. Well, I want you to use the same logic when you're going to be asked to pay, I don't know, about $5 million per victim. I have an article ready for that in California. They suggested that the reparations should be about $5 million per victim. From whom? Why? Should you pay? Why? Did you do anything wrong? No. Did you drop the atomic bombs? No. Did you make the decision? No. Do you condemn it? Possibly. Probably. So even if you don't condemn that, you're not responsible for that. You had no play in that. Or the people contemporary with that, unless they were the ones who made the decision, which was that president of the United States of that time, and that's it. So, and not only military. So, my friends, this is dangerous what's going on over here. And we're going to be on the side of this little thing. I think things go to a really, they're on an accelerating course of destruction. Imagine the Russians drop some atomic bombs in Ukraine. Imagine that the woodchuck, bombs some American, aircraft carrier or something like this. The Americans nuke them. These guys nuke that. The Russians nuke over there. The Europeans nuke the Russians. Russians nuke the European. Americans nuke the Russians. Russians nuke the and then what? And then you say you're a free person when all your destiny, all your life was decided by Biden? Can you imagine that? Biden, who's not all there, he can decide your life and my life. How is that? How is that possible? Well, democracy, my love. Democracy. Well, I mean, how is that possible? People like Blinken, Sullivan, Kamala, Jean-Pierre, whatever her name is, Biden, Lloyd Austin, and what's the other weasel's name? Mark Milley. These guys decide your life? You can't decide theirs, but they can decide yours. How is that possible? And supposedly they work for us. Because the US government, after all, is based on your election of a weasel, and the weasel appoints other weasels, which everything is work on your, on your behalf. And all of a sudden they have the power, you have nothing. Is that democracy? Well, I don't want that kind of democracy. Maybe we can adjust it here and there. I got solutions. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Crazy.